What is up, YouTube? It's your average Joe with another gear video. And in today's video, we're going to be going over the ALPICOOL NL40 portable fridge. Let's get to it. So before we get started, I just want to say that ALPICOOL did send me out this product for free to review and use. So thank you, ALPICOOL, for doing that. But they did give me the freedom to say whatever I want. So I'm going to tell you guys all the pros, all the cons, and if I would personally recommend it to you. So just a quick unboxing for you guys. I just opened this up. Again, this is the ALPICOOL NL40. This is just the fridge itself. Just a quick look at it right here. And it comes with this box that just comes with a manual and the adapters. So you get a standard wall outlet and a 12 volt for your car. So before we get started, let's just take a look at the fridge and what it is. It's a pretty simple system. So right here you have the fridge, you have the control panel right here to control the temperatures. I'll show you guys how to use that in a sec. It has handles on both sides so you can carry this easily, right? And that's pretty much it. So let's just take a look at the controls real quick. This right here is how to raise the temperature, plus, minus. You got a settings button and you got a power button. So this fridge goes all the way down to -4 degrees. Let me show you guys. Right? And this thing also goes as high as 6 to 8 degrees. And then it has this lid right here, and this lid is actually reversible. So you could either have it open this way or you could have it open this way. Now, what is a portable fridge and do you even need one? As an overlander and a camper, I have been using portable fridges for years now. And for us, personally, it has been such a game changer. Which brings me into my first pro with this thing, and that is this is an iceless system, meaning you never need ice with this cooler. You can simply plug this into your car or plug it into your car's cigarette outlet, and this thing will go down as low as -4 degrees, all the way up to 6 to 8 degrees, whatever you want. So not only is it a fridge, but it could also be a freezer as well. So like I said, this is an iceless system. You never ever need ice with this thing, which brings me into my second pro, is that you get to use all the space. So normally with a traditional cooler, you would have to fill it with ice, which also takes up space in the cooler. With this, since you don't need ice in it, you could use the entire space of the cooler to fill your drinks, your food, any frozen veggies, or whatever you're bringing to camp. You could use the entire space of the cooler. So with the portable fridge too, a lot of people ask me, Joe, can it actually keep my stuff frozen? Well, I ran a couple tests with this specific fridge to see if it could do just that. So let's check those out. I'm gonna put stuff in this fridge to set overnight, and we're gonna see if it stays frozen. So I'm gonna go in the freezer real quick. I'm gonna grab some things. Let's grab some ice cream. Let's grab a couple of these ice cube trays. So I'll grab 2 of them. This drumstick right here. So just to put a little twist on this test, this one right here has already frozen ice cubes in it. And this one right here, I just put new water in this ice cube tray. I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm gonna put both in here and see how it does overnight. So we have the frozen ice cubes. We have the ice cube tray that I just put water in now. And we have a Haagen-Dazs ice cream cone and a Talenti ice cream. Both of these are already frozen. It is 10:09 at night. Let's see how they do in the morning. All right, guys, it is 5:56 in the morning, just the crack of dawn. Let's check on this fridge right now. So it is down to -3 degrees. Let's go check in on those ice cream and the ice cube tray. This ice cream is still definitely frozen. Still definitely frozen. I don't know if you guys can see this on camera, but it is glistening here. There is literally ice on the walls of this freezer fridge. Okay, let's check this one. This one is still frozen. And let's see if the one that I just filled last night, if I think, oh yeah, it's definitely frozen. Now the fridge passed its first test with flying colors, and I kind of had no doubt it will just because of how fast the temperature dropped on this thing last night after I plugged it in. But we are in a controlled environment. So when you take this thing with you on a camping trip and you go somewhere where it's really hot, say 80 degrees, 90 degrees, 100 degrees, will this thing still keep your things frozen? I'm going to be taking this thing with me to work today, and I'm going to be keeping the same items. So I'm going to be keeping the ice cube trays and the ice cream in here. I'm going to let my car get beat on by the sun all day, 8 to 9 hours in the parking lot, and I'm going to see if those things are still frozen after that. All right, guys, it is 8:15. I just got to work. I'm actually going to be adding 3 more water bottles in here just to challenge this a little bit more. So it is a bright sunny day. It's already starting to get pretty warm, and I purposely parked under the sun just to make the test a little harder on this fridge. But let's do one final check before I go into work. So it is at 4 degrees right now, and it is currently pulling 38 watts. It says it's gonna last 12 to 13 hours. We still got over 90% of battery left. We'll check out on this after work. I'll see you guys then. All right, guys, so it is 6:03. Finally got done with work. Let's go check on this fridge real quick. Ooh. Okay, so it actually says it's still at 3 degrees. That's actually pretty good. Let's go check in on the ice cubes and the ice cream and also those water bottles I put in earlier. All right. Let's see, boom. Okay, well, look good. Let's grab this water bottle. Oh man, this water bottle is frozen. I think it's like 95% frozen. It might, oh actually, yeah, it's frozen for sure. Let's see, let's check on the ice cream. Ice cream is still definitely frozen. Definitely still cold in here. Ice cream cone is still frozen. Let's grab one of these ice cream trays real quick. Oh, this is the one that I actually filled with water. So this is also frozen over. Kind of glistening a little bit, but it's pretty solid. I don't see any bottles, so yeah. Kept everything cold and frozen all day. Not bad. So does this fridge get a pass for this test? My opinion, yeah, I think it actually passed. Not only did it freeze the ice cube tray, but it also froze all 3 bottles of water that I put in there earlier. So yeah, it's a pass. And like I said, it is pretty warm, especially in the car. I would say it's probably at least 100 degrees inside the car right now. I haven't turned the AC on or anything. But yeah, it's a pass. Let's get back to the rest of the review. So another pro thing with this fridge is just how quiet it is. So I'm gonna put the mic up to the compressor and I'm gonna see if you guys can hear it on the mic. Can you guys hear this? So in my opinion, it's actually pretty quiet. Usually when we car camp, we put the portable fridge in the front seat and then we sleep in the back of the car. And you can barely hear this thing, especially if you have like a movie going on in the background. And this one right here is a small pro, but this thing also has a built-in USB outlet right here. So you can charge your phone or your laptop or your camera batteries or anything right out of the fridge. So I really like that touch. So another pro that I like about this fridge too is actually just this small LED light right here that it has built in inside. So at nighttime when it's pitch black at the campsite and you're trying to grab a snack or something or a drink, having this light is so useful. So I really like having this light. It's another pro for this fridge. So before we get into the cons, I actually have one more pro about this fridge, and I think it is the biggest pro of them all, and that is the price. Now this fridge is about $250 to $270 at the time of making this video, and if you were to compare this to other brands, you could easily double that. I know if you were to get a Yeti or a Domenico or something that's just a little bit bigger name brand, you could easily look at $500–600 for the same size fridge, and they both do the same thing in my opinion. So I think the price of this being around $250, I think it's a very good deal, and that alone right there makes this fridge worth it. So I do have a pro tip for you guys, and that is the voltage protection on this fridge. So if you're using a portable power station like I am, so right now, if you guys can see, I'm using my AIM Tom to power this thing. over there. You could actually set this thing for low voltage protection. So my battery, when it gets to about 30%, you're gonna see the voltage drop down to less than 10 volts, which will give you an error on here. It'll say F1. It just means it's low voltage. It can't keep the compressor running. So I would actually set this to low. So to adjust the voltage protection on this thing, you see I currently have it on L for low. If you hold the settings button like this, you'll see it flash in a second. And once it's flashing, you can just push this for medium, high, or low. So if you have this plugged into a wall at your house, I would put it on high. But if you're using a portable power station, I would put it on low. So another pro tip for you guys when using this fridge is I would pre-chill it the night before. So say you're going on a camping trip tomorrow, I would plug it into the wall at your house the night before. That way when you plug it into your portable power station, it doesn't suck up a ton of battery trying to get this thing down to temperature. The very first time we had a portable fridge, I literally plugged it in right when we were leaving, and it probably took 45 minutes in the car. But not only that, it actually took about 30% of my power station's battery just to get it down to freezing temperatures. So again, I would pre-chill this the night before. That way when you plug it in, it doesn't use as much power. And the only thing your power station is going to be doing is maintaining the temperature you set it at. So those are my 2 pro tips. So with all the pros out of the way, let's get into some of the cons that I actually found about this fridge. For me, it doesn't have any wheels on one end, meaning when you have to carry this thing full of food, you have to physically carry it everywhere versus some of the other fridges I've used. You know, they have wheels to where, you know, it makes it easier to just transport this thing from, say, the parking lot to the beach or the parking lot to the campsite or something like that. Another small con I found with this fridge is that it lacks a Bluetooth app. A lot of the modern fridges now have a Bluetooth app to where you can control the temperature remotely via your phone. But with that being said, I mean, the controls here are pretty intuitive. They're pretty simple and easy to use. I mean, you got up and down for your temperatures to adjust it, off and on, and a settings button. That's literally all you need. So one more small con that I found with this fridge, and this is a really tiny one, is that this is a single zone fridge, meaning you get one zone and you get one temperature. So you have to use this either as a fridge or as a freezer. I know some fridges have dividers in the middle to where you can have one side be fridge, one side be freezer. But with that being said, that also takes up room. So imagine having something right here that takes up a little bit of space. You would lose space inside if it was a dual zone. So for what it is, this as a single zone, I think this is still great. But if you are looking for something that could do a fridge and freezer, then you might want to opt out for something that's a dual zone. So after using this for a couple weeks and putting it through its paces, all the pros and cons we talked about, would I recommend this fridge? And my answer is yes. Double thumbs up. I would definitely recommend this fridge, and for one main reason, and that is the price. Again, this is a budget portable fridge. It is literally half the price of its competitors, and it does the exact same thing. If you guys do want the wheels and the handle and the dual zone and the Bluetooth app support, ALPICOOL does make different versions of this. So if you look at their TAW portable fridges, they have everything that I talked about in the cons section. So the lack of wheels, the handle, the dual zone, the Bluetooth app support, but it also jumps up in price. I think the TAW on their website starts around $350 to $400. So if you really need the wheels and you really need a Bluetooth app, you know, and you really need the dual zone to where you can have a fridge, freezer, then I would opt out for that one. But for this specific model, being $250 and just being at such a great price point, I definitely recommend this fridge. So that is my review of the ALPICOOL NL40. Again, thank you ALPICOOL for sending me this fridge. I have loved it. I've loved using it in the past couple weeks. If you guys want a link of this, I'll put a link of this fridge down in the description below. And if you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I'll be releasing future gear videos. I have a ton of gear review coming for you guys. If you guys want to see how we car camp comfortably in any car, I'm going to put a link of the mattress that we use right here. And if you guys want to see any of our other adventures, I'll put a link of that video right here. And as always, I'll see you guys at the next one. Peace.